Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It is Thursday, March 23rd, and we are here answering your financial questions. If you've got one, just go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button, and of course, let us know if you would be willing to come on the air. Okay, March 23rd, just to remind everybody, in 2020, March 23rd was the bear market low of the whole pandemic sell-off. Even with the sell-off now, we are above those levels, so volatility tends to make us act and do stupid things, like we sort of try to make something happen when we should just sit still and do nothing. So I'm guessing that you're thinking about doing something with all of the headlines of the last couple of weeks. Try to do nothing. Or if you're going to do anything, just get in touch with us. Okay. That is what Kelly did. Kelly's on the line from Wisconsin. What's going on? How can we help you out?
Well, my husband and I are both in our early 50s, and we have good jobs. We got plenty of money for lots of extras. In about 3 years, we will finish all of our major home updates. So we'll have a lot of extra money, a lot to us, to save or invest. And so my main question is, what should we do with that extra money that we anticipate having in 2026 and beyond?
I love that kind of question. It's like, wow, all this good news. So let's talk a little bit about sort of what's going on now. Are you both working?
Yes.
Okay. How much do you earn? You can either do it together or separately, whatever you'd like.
Okay, combined income is $165,000 base with bonus of about $35,000, and that's pretty consistent.
Okay, so great. So $200,000, that's a good number. Are you both making contributions to retirement accounts?
We are. So 18% of my income goes into a Roth 401k. I just got the Roth option about 2 years ago with a new employer, and my employer match is 3%. And then my husband puts 6.5% of his income into a state pension plan, and the employer match is 6.5%.
Oh my God. 6.5. Wait a second. So he is a state worker and he'll be entitled to a pension. That's
right.
Great.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you a question. Tell us a little bit of the details of that state pension.
So it's the Wisconsin retirement plan is the best funded, most reliable pension in the U.S. So we're very comfortable with that.
Therefore, it is my favorite. It is my favorite one. Fantastic.
Yeah. So we're really comfortable with that. He's planning to retire. He's in the school district. He's planning to retire at age 59, and his pension would be $2,900 a month at that point.
And that $2,900 a month is him only, or do you get a piece of that if he were to pass away?
That is the survivor option. Okay. So it's slightly reduced, but then it would be for both of our lifetimes.
Okay, good. Will he have the ability to claim Social Security retirement benefits as well?
Yes.
Okay. What are his benefits? Let's call it at his full retirement age, which I presume is 67?
67. His would be $2,600. Mine would be $3,300.
Okay. And in terms of just going back to his retirement for 1 second, he put 6.5% in the state pension. Does he also have a deferred compensation plan, maybe like a 457 or anything like that he's using?
No.
Okay. How much money is in your traditional 401k? How much money is in your Roth 401k?
Okay. Traditional, including from previous employers, I have $325,000. Mm-hmm. And in the Roth, I have $30,000.
Great. Do you guys have any other, like a brokerage account or anything else that's, either retirement, non-retirement, anything else that's floating around?
So we have an HSA of $23,000, and my husband's employer contributes a large chunk to that every year, and we make up the difference to max that out. Mm. What else? We have brokerage accounts and some previous employer stock totaling $55,000.
Wait a second. So that's old employee stock that's just sitting there?
Right. Like employee stock purchase plan that I did. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, good. And you're not trading it. It's just sort of out there, right?
Right. And then we're adding to that brokerage that's at Vanguard. We're adding $150 a month just to slowly build that up.
Great. Do you guys have kids?
One daughter. Yep.
College done, on their way. What's happening?
Yep, she's done. So she's launched.
Launched. Fabulous. How about a home? Do you live in one?
We do. We do live in one.
You live in a large wheel of cheese in Wisconsin. That's my question. Okay. How much is the house worth?
About $500,000. And the mortgage balance on that is 139.
Mm-hmm. What's the rate?
2.75.
And that's a 30 or a 15 or a 20 or?
It's a 15.
Okay.
And so we have 6 years remaining. We try to time it with when we wanted to retire.
Wow. That's amazing. How's your cash flow right now? Because you said you're going to have more money, but how is it right this second?
I mean, now it's pretty good. We're spending a lot of money on home projects, and we've been doing that for several years. But we're spending around $8,000 a month, not counting those house projects.
Okay.
And we calculated all of our basic expenses we've been tracking for a couple of years, and it's about $4,200 a month. So if we had to cut back, that's our.
All right, but we're not going to do that. You don't have to do that.
No.
Come on. I mean, you guys you're going to have really nice income. Now, when he retires at 59, will he work or not?
I think he will, probably very part-time, just do something fun.
But just like a little bit of money will be coming in.
Yeah.
Do you guys, okay, you said you're in your early 50s. He's going to keep putting money away. He retires at 59. What happens to you at 59?
I'm hoping to retire that same year. I'll be 60. And I've always done a little freelancing on the side. So I'm planning to just do that, but retire from full-time.
Okay. So at that time, we have to get you from 60 to 67, right? That's our key. So at that point, you'll have $2,900 a month. But will you be willing to both work part-time to make up the difference between what you need, right? And what you have coming in, right? So even if it's, I don't say maybe it's not $8,000 a month, but maybe it's $6,000 a month. You only have $2,900 coming in. Can between the two of you just pay for your bills for those years, or what is the game plan? Are you going to just tap? You don't have that much money outside of retirement. So what is the game plan?
Right. So I forgot to mention one thing. I have a small annuity from a previous investment that's going to be $900 a month at age 60. So
okay,
we'll add that in. But otherwise, right, we have a big gap there. Mm-hmm. Right now we've got $22,000 in an emergency fund, and we're trying to build that up slowly over time. And I guess that's the question is, can we, from 2026 on, can we stash enough money to fund that gap? We will definitely work a little, but we don't want to work a lot. So
okay, so if we said let's do some math here, though. So you'll have $3,800 a month coming in. It's taxable, so this is not net. So there's $3,800 a month. Do you think we could get $2,000 a month between the two of you?
Oh, easily, yes.
Okay, so let's just say $2,000 a month. I'm not going to force you to do more, right? So now we have $5,800, and so what we really need to think about is, what amount of money do you need to have socked away so that you can fund the gap? So now we're answering your question. You have this money in your Vanguard account. You need to beef that up. You really do. Between now and 59 or 60, you guys should be socking away as much money as you possibly can in that Vanguard account. And you may find, I hate to tell you this, that if you don't have enough money to be able to pop out, I guess essentially we're going to need a good couple $100,000 in there. You have 55 now. Okay. But we need a couple $100,000 in there, and you're going to have to be willing to spend it, by the way. That's the other thing. This is not, you have no problems when you turn 67. This is a 7-year problem. It's a 7-year itch, right? And we need to figure out how you're going to have, $200-something thousand that's socked away in that Vanguard account that you will be able to draw down to supplement the pension and annuity income and your part-time income. If you can get that money in there, if right now you said it's $150 a month, what do you think it's going to be in 2026?
We think we'll have about $25,000 extra per year, but that's not perfect. That's not going to make quite enough, I guess.
Well, but it's good, and it may be, again, it really depends what your game plan is. If you guys would be willing to work an extra, we can reassess this. You're in your early 50s, right? It could be in 5 years, you're like, you know what? We have plenty of money. Things are great and we can do it. Or it could be that you say, you know what? It would work better if I worked 1 more year or 2 more years. That's all good. It's just that we need to have the money available to you, and having it sit in a traditional retirement account or even a Roth account, it's fine. But like we need that money. We are going to need that money. So I think you're close. I really do. The way you make the difference is you either put more money away, so you'd spend less now, put more money away, or you could work longer. If you worked like an extra year, an extra 2 years, it's probably going to work better.
So the extra $25,000 you were saying should go into the Vanguard account. And then what about beefing up just liquid cash?
Yeah, look, I think you need liquid cash anyway. So I would like you have liquid cash right now. You just haven't sold it. You have the brokerage and the stock account, right?
True.
So you should, like, if you needed it, you should. So yes, I'd like you to have, if you spend $8,000 a month, I'd like you to have $40,000 or $50,000 available. You happen to have it. It's in the brokerage account. So you should have some money that is like your emergency reserve fund, which you have 22, it should be 50. That's what it should be. So if that's 50 and then you build up your Vanguard account to 200, you're going to be good. You're going to be great. And if you cannot do that until you're 61 or 62, you're going to be okay.
Perfect.
I don't think that it is irrational for you to want to retire when you're 59. I just think that if you actually want to have a little more confidence in your retirement numbers, that you would work a tiny bit longer and you'll have more confidence and you'll kind of like give yourself peace of mind, even though I know you guys kind of want to get out when you want to get out. So again, if you're willing to work, if you end up, it's like, wow, I'm not making $2,000 a month. We're making $4,000 a month between the two of us. Like all those things can make the numbers work. But the thing that will absolutely make the numbers work is to clearly work a little bit longer, not a lot longer, a little longer. Does that seem okay to you? Like, is that a bummer?
No, that seems reasonable to me.
Okay, good. As long as it's reasonable to you. Now, Kelly, do you have your estate documents done?
We do. Yep.
All right. Very good. Okay. So if you, like our friend living in a wheel of cheese, Kelly is living in a large wheel of cheese in Wisconsin. It just so happens. I just want to also put a little like sidebar in. 15-year mortgages, while it feels good to have your mortgage paid off, it really screws with your cash flow because these are big numbers that you have to put out to pay that down. But that said, it's already made. They made their decision before. It's fine. Okay. But if you, like Kelly, would like some help, just go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, click the contact us button, and of course, let us know if you'd be willing to come on the air. Don't forget, there's all this great content. It lives on our website, JillOnMoney.com. There is our other podcast, our sister broadcast called Money Watch. There's a blog, there's a radio show, there's video clips, there's links to the book that you can buy, there's resources, and of course, there is an ability to subscribe to our new service called Jill on Money Live. Check it out. Okay, don't forget, leave a rating and review on Apple if you like this show. Put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.